I do too. I can't even. I'm like, what is that platform we use? I don't. What does that icon look like on my phone? I do too. I can't even. I'm like, what is that platform we use? I don't. What does that icon look like on my phone? Are we live right now? No, I punched it up on YouTube and I was like, did I wear the same thing last week? And I thought it was like oh yeah, yeah. But still, that's hello.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing, man. It's the summer. We bought a pool. I haven't been playing jack at all. I've got the. I played a fair bit of the new Turtles game. It's fabulous. I know there are some people that have made some negative remarks and they've been mentioned on other podcasts, but those people aside,
I forgot about that. I forgot that one of the highest rated Nintendo podcasts of all time, not specifically me, but people like me, got called out for not liking ninja or beat 'em up brawler type games. But anyway, go ahead.
yeah. So it's very fun. It feels like I need the joystick, like an arcade control, that would like really put it over the top. But that's just how much of an arcade game it feels like. Aside from that, I don't know. I almost feel like I should ask you guys, what have I been talking about? But I don't think I've been talking about playing any games.
I just remember you posted something about making like Japanese hamburgers or something.
Oh yeah, no, that's a little kit. No, that's not a video game. That's like a little candy kit. That's amazing. We got them at Myers up in Bowling Green. Yeah, they're famous on like a lot of YouTube kids. They make them. It's actually a lot of work to make these little candy delectable items, but they're pretty good. They're unique. Oh yeah, it seems like I bought Oxenfree because the second one looked awesome. I wanted to play through the first one. I've not played the first one yet though, but I did get it. I don't know. I've been playing Minecraft again with Maddie because that Wild update came out with the frogs and the wardens, which we hadn't found a warden yet, but that's our goal. A little bit of No Man's Sky. I mean, nothing. I haven't went back to Horizon yet. Not because I don't want to, but because I got so much stuff going on, I don't want a bunch of intermittent gaps while I'm trying to get back into that. I want it in a period of time when I can sink back into it. So
Yeah.
it's not out of desire, just out of timing. So yeah, not a lot. I mean, Turtles, Minecraft, No Man's Sky.
Nice. Chase, do you have a list of games that you've been playing?
I sure do.
That you finished? Platinum this
but yes,
and
but
this.
since Mitch has been watching the big screen, I have been watching the very tiny screen.
Oh, look at it.
Oh yeah, the little thing.
Yeah, the play date. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm on it's on the first season right now, so there's 2 free games every week that downloads to the system. I actually woke up this morning and it was flashing a light, and I was like, "What does that mean?" So I walked over to it and it says, "Oh, you have new games to play this week." So I downloaded those this morning. I haven't got to check those out, but like it functions really well. The only thing I don't like about it is that you really have to be like underneath a light to kind of see it, because like it is doesn't have like it doesn't have a backlit lit at all. And you can download games to it from like third parties. You can go on like each IO and like download a game, and you can sideload it to it. So I did that with a game called Super Corporate Tax Evader. Um, and it basically you use the little windy. Let me pull it out. It's got the little windy thing on the side, and you can spin it around like that. And it functions in that game to shred tax documents. And basically you are in the you're in the other room, and there's a conversation going on like a little bubble on the top of the screen, and it's like in between the lawyer and your boss, but you're hiding in the other room shredding tax documents, trying to not get caught by the lawyer. And then the more tax documents you shred by not getting caught, the higher score you get. So yeah, I played that one. That was actually pretty fun. It's a pretty simple game. And then I played a game called Whitewater Wipeout, which is on the first season. That kind of plays like Richard. Did you ever play California Games?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it plays like the surfing game on that, and you control the board by spinning the little turn wheel. And then there's a game called Casual Birder, which you're going around and taking pictures of birds, and it's actually got a story and everything, and it plays like a top down like RPG like looking game. But like when you go to there's like a little screen that pops up and it goes around the screen, to take the picture, and you have to crank it to focus the camera, which is actually pretty cool. Other than that, I actually went back and replayed Ghost of Tsushima with the new PS5 update and the DLC. DLC was actually pretty challenging. A lot of the enemies would switch stances, and you would have to like match your stance to take down their weaknesses. I played a game called Tale of Shadows, which was actually I really enjoyed the concept of the game, because you're basically playing. There's a top down view when you're controlling the little girl, and you move things around to create shadows or paths. And then it goes to the front view, like a 2D view of the bear, and you're controlling the bear to go over these like the shadow, like if you're creating like a shadow on a pillar, and it would make like a ramp for the bear to go up, and then it just switches back and forth to create like these puzzles that you have to solve. But that's I really enjoyed it, but like it had like just like weird like squeaky dog sound effects, like little squeaky toys. Which I did not like. Other than that, it was all right. What else have I played this week? Played Freedom Finger, which you can draw. Which is a game. It's like a shoot 'em up game. It's like a side scroll. It's like all hand drawn, but you draw. You're flying a ship that's a giant middle finger in space, shooting up Chinese terrorists and a bunch of other stuff. It's very very American. Or American politics kind of based like making fun of politics, but it's kind of over the top and very funny. And then I played a game called The Eternal Cylinder, which is that Qbert looking game that came out like a few months ago. It's really weird, really really weird. You like absorb things and they change your abilities, and you have like a family like other little Qbert thing followers. You switch between them to solve like puzzles and stuff, but I don't know, it's a very very weird game. I'm still like in the middle of it, but I kind of like stopped to play, try to test out the streaming feature of the PlayStation 3 games on the PlayStation Premium. And yeah, I tried was a Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty. So I tried that, and like I had like one or two little stutters in the audio, and then like I kind of like stopped and looked at my phone for a little while, and it disconnected me, and it was like, hey, we're gonna, since you're not playing right now, we're gonna disconnect and let other people play. And I was like, okay, that's understandable. um, there was something else I feel like I did this week, and I didn't write it down, but
You brought that up. I tried Eco with the
oh yeah,
streaming,
yeah,
with PS3 streaming, and I didn't have
yeah.
any kind of hangups or stutters or anything like that. I was
Okay.
pretty impressed. Except, you've played Eco, right?
I haven't. I
Oh,
saw it. I saw it on there. And I was like, I definitely had to play this. So
okay. So the save function, basically what it is there's these little stone couches, and you just sit down, and that's how you save your progress.
mm-hmm.
I did find that the saving aspect took a long time. I don't know why. I only saved that one time, so I can't compare it to any other save. I'll have to go back and play it. But I will say that, the game as a whole, everything played beautifully, except the saves seemed to take forever. So,
It's got to save your stuff locally and in the cloud storage over in Japan.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just.
I don't know either. I just know it was considerably slow.
Yeah. Anything else, Chase?
No, that's pretty much it. I feel like I did try something else, but on the PlayStation Premium thing, but I can't. I guess I didn't write it down.
This is the first time I've pulled up to what we've been playing, where I've played a bunch of different games in a while. Because normally I'm like,
Nice.
I play like one game and then that's it, or I don't play anything. But rediscovering how Alex and Ty and some of our other friends like to, we're buying this game, let's play it for 45 minutes and then go over to something else. I got kind of into that with them. So we all re-downloaded Call of Duty Black Ops 3 so we could play custom zombies maps, which we played for probably like 4 hours the other day. Which were fantastic, because some of these people who make these custom maps put more effort into it than the people who actually make the zombies maps for the newer games. Like we did one of them, and it was like they had completely redone like the gameplay mechanics, the HUD, how everything works, and they had made this like Dead Space style zombies map. It was insane. It only took like an hour or two to beat it, but it was crazy. They actually weren't zombies. I don't know what the hell they were. They're like just shadows that like were trying to kill us. It was crazy. We've been playing the absolute hell out of Fall Guys now that that's gone free to play. Thanks to that game, I've now hit Twitch affiliate. So
Nice.
There's so many people wanting to watch us play that game. It's crazy. I finally got around so in this week that I've had off, I have rewatched Stranger Things season 4 again. I watched Squid Game all the way through, and then I watched Arcane, which I want to talk about later, but I'm not going to do it right now. But so anyway, I had this game called Crab Game on my computer, which is just making fun of Squid Game. And I get in there, and I immediately left, and I uninstalled the game because it was just like, there's no other way to put it other than like every time I would like get into a game for more than like 5 seconds, it was just the most racist people I've ever heard in my entire life. Just voice chat. There's no moderation to voice chat or text chat, and it's just like, oh God, it was unbearable. Like I could not sit in that for like, but I did stay long enough and fought through it because I wanted to play red light, green light, and I almost won, and then I didn't, so I lost. That was just okay. No. There is a big Steam sale going on right now, so I bought Friday the 13th again on PC because it was $3. I was like, why not? And what was the other thing we played? We played golf with your friends for like an hour and a half last night. It's just a putt-putt. It's just a multiplayer putt-putt game. That's what it's come down to. We're just playing putt-putt. I've had games like God of War, and I re-downloaded Elden Ring because I got like a kick to play it. I never actually followed through with that. And some other games on my PlayStation. I re-download all this stuff. I probably use like 200 gigabytes worth of my like data allowance this month to just re-download games, like AAA to $60 games, and I'm over here playing fucking putt-putt. And whatever the other game, Ghost of Exile. We downloaded that last night, which is like a crazier version of Phasmophobia. That was not the game we needed to play at 1 o'clock in the morning, getting ready to go to bed, but we did it anyway, and scared the absolute hell out of me. It was great. It was great. But let's jump into some stuff for this week. We're gonna start off with the games that are coming out. We haven't done this in a while because it's been like crazy news stuff, and I'm a bad noodle and I forget to put them in there sometimes. But we'll just quickly go through these. There's not a lot of stuff. Disgaea 6 coming out on PlayStation stuff on the 28th, so it's coming out tomorrow. Which I feel like Disgaea 5 was a launch title for the Switch and didn't come to anything else until later. So it's just crazy how this stuff always falls down where like Disgaea 6 is now a PlayStation exclusive. Unless the Switch version just doesn't work anymore. Like they can't do it. D&F Duel, never heard of it. It's coming out tomorrow for PlayStation stuff. Escape Academy, coming out tomorrow also for PlayStation and Xbox. Phobia, St. Denfra's Hotel. A lot of stuff you just never heard of. Until like the better stuff's coming. I used to really be into these MX versus ATV games. Have y'all ever played any of those? Like a long time ago?
Yeah.
On like the 360, where it was like that was the shit to play MX versus
Never
ATV.
did.
Really? It was crazy
Nope.
a long time ago. On June 30th, Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course finally coming out.
Yes.
Long time coming. I need to go watch the Cuphead show too. That's on my list of things I need to watch. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak coming out for Switch and PC on June 30th. Outriders World Slayer expansion. I don't know if this is gonna make me re-download Outriders or not, but is this a paid DLC or is this a free?
It is a paid DLC.
Oh hell no! I'm out.
Yeah.
They should be giving that away for free. Outriders was not worth it. And then Formula 1 2022 for all you racing fans. That's actually coming out on July 1st for PlayStation, Xbox, Stadia, PC. Yeah. I don't know. Outriders. Oh my god. That was fun for all of 5 seconds. Next up, I meant to talk about this during the last show we actually recorded, but Summer Games Done Quick, I like to always give them a plug because they're back at it again right now. We're actually, I think this is day 2 of it. This charity where they're raising money for Doctors Without Borders, where they're just speedrunning games and doing glitches and all sorts of nonsense. I tuned in first thing this morning, or right before I went to bed, because they were doing a speed run of Crash Bandicoot 2, and I wanted to see how insane that was. And like everything I always talk about, it's always insane. And I got up early this morning because I read the time wrong, and I thought they were doing a speed run of Phasmophobia at 8 o'clock this morning. I was like, oh, that makes sense. We do that during the day. And then it's actually 8 o'clock tonight instead. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. But there's only they're doing a McDonald's Treasureland Adventure, which I want to watch that, and then Link's Awakening and Silent Hill. Those are like the big ones for today, other than Phasmophobia. But yeah, there's a big list of stuff. It'll be in the description of this video after we get done recording, and you can find stuff that you want to watch in here, because I'm already looking at tomorrow. Tomorrow there's like 5 Mega Man games back to back, and they're going to beat them all in like 38 minutes or something like that. This is going to be fun. And I love watching speedruns. But let's get into actual news, and that is, so the week we didn't record, we got 2 more showcases that happened. We got a Capcom showcase, and we got a Square Enix showcase that was specifically for Final Fantasy VII. But we'll go to the Capcom one first, because there was a lot of actually cool stuff that came out of this. So we got another look at Street Fighter 6, because this one game in this 1 year, this like summer block, has gotten more trailers than Deathloop did, and it's kind of having its Deathloop effect going on. But the difference is that they're slowly showing more information instead of just being like, hey, this is the same Deathloop trailer. It's just organized differently every time you see it. There was that. We got the Capcom Fighting Collection, Capcom Arcade 2 Stadium, which includes Saturday Night Slam Masters, Magic Sword, Black Tiger, and Echo Fighters.
No, man, there's like 20 games on that. That's just
32.
32 games.
32, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get Street Fighter 2 The World Warrior for free.
Right now, it's a limited thing.
Right meow.
Yeah, right meow.
Um,
Where's Michael? That's Michael's line.
I know. He's not here. Someone has to do it for him. We got Exoprimal, which is pretty much that game that everyone always compares to. What is that other dinosaur game?
It's like Turok and Anthem mixed together. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, there was some other.
I don't know who this game is targeted to, but it's.
Well, if it's Anthem related, then it's got to be targeted towards Michael, because Michael swears by Anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon's Dogma 10th anniversary, which didn't they also announce Dragon's Dogma 2? That just wasn't.
They did, yeah.
It wasn't in this presentation for some freaking reason. And then the big stuff. Resident Evil's Village DLC, or Resident Evil Village's DLC, which the name, they don't have the name in here, which is annoying. Shadows of Rose, I think that's what it's called. You get to play as Ethan Winters' daughter, and it's launching alongside the RE verse multiplayer, which lets everyone play as Lady Dimitrescu and step on people, which I know Michael would be very happy about that as well. I don't know, Richard, what do you think about Resident Evil Village's DLC?
Oh, I can't wait, man. That is like my highlight of the summer was the Capcom show. It was amazing. But I tell you, I mean, the DLC has me excited, but what really has me excited is being able to replay it in third person. Because that's like some old school Resident Evil shit right there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that another playthrough in the third person mode. So I was excited to see that.
Wouldn't it kind of break the immersion of the fact that you don't see Ethan Winters' face until like the end of the game, because you can see it whenever now?
But it's that classic like vibe and look, man. Resident Evil's always been third person, so that was one of the things that even when Biohazard came out, I was kind of like, okay, we're gonna do this route. That would be great too if they'd go back and put a third person option for Biohazard. I'd replay that again.
I mean, they might. They also, with this, said that the PS5, Xbox Series versions of 2 Remake, 3 Remake, and 7 are available now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put it past them to go back and add that in there. And
then, I think that'd be cool.
And then we got another trailer for Resident Evil 4 Remake, which just looks stunning. So
it does. Man, I want to play that again, but I keep thinking about the nightmare that I told you in the group chat, like there's a good chunk of that game there's an escort mission with the president's daughter that's just ugh.
Maybe they've tweaked it, made it better.
That's what I'm going to look at. That's my big question is how that plays out.
Jace, what do you think about all these Resident Evil announcements?
I think it's cool. Like I said, I've never been like a real big Resident Evil fan. I did play Village. I did really enjoy it. I'll probably check out that DLC, and then I may pick up some of the older games and check them out.
Nice. Well, let's jump. Still in Japan, but to a different part of it, with the Square Enix Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary showcase, where they showed off a silver Shinra ring. You know what? I have been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I totally forgot about that. I'm on Chapter 4. That's the other thing I've been playing. Anyway, you can get a Buster Sword clock that's like $300. You can get a Cloud statue that's probably like $600. There's also some kind of music thing, and then they have games, which is crazy because Final Fantasy VII is the numbered 7 Final Fantasy game, but yet there are like 7 Final Fantasy VII games. It's weird. It's how Square does this stuff.
It's a big universe, yeah.
It's the Final Fantasy VII extended cinematic universe. So let's talk about it. So we have Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which is a single player mobile game, which is just like, okay. There's Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, which is a mobile battle royale game. Final Fantasy VII Remake integrates on Steam now, which is cool. More people get to play that. I'm working my way up to the cool stuff. Final Fantasy VII Reunion Crisis Core, which one of y'all feel free to explain that to people because I'm not the one to do that. But this is coming out on all platforms, not just PlayStation and it's also coming to Switch, which is crazy that they're going to release whatever Crisis Core is on the Switch.
We really can't. Crisis Core is about Zack, and since there's kind of like this resurgence of Final Fantasy VII and a lot of new faces, you really can't talk about Zack without spoiling things. So
yeah, and this game was originally on PSP and only on PSP. So, I've never played this one, so I'm excited to go play this. It's like a full remaster of that game.
I've played it. It's awesome, and that's all I can say is that it's about Zack. And that'll make a lot more sense when you play Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
He's a really important character. We'll put it that way.
I feel like with him having a Buster Sword, it leads me to believe that he's either related to Cloud or he's who Cloud learned about, or Cloud's origins involved this dude. But I could be wrong. I'm on chapter 4. You know what?
Could be right. I don't know. You good?
I've been running errands with Tifa around whatever city I'm in. I'll tell you what though, with that game, the action, the combat's awesome, but nothing gets me more going than when the music starts kicking up and it's that classic Final Fantasy VII music you've been hearing for forever. It's just remixed, and it's like, okay, look, I get it. I get what's going on with this game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I waited 25 years to play this fucking game. It's fine. It's fine. But it's just crazy because like you're saying, Zack, who's the main character of Crisis Core, you have to play Final Fantasy VII to understand who he is, I guess. And I guess you could play the original Final Fantasy VII on the Switch, but you have this game that looks very close to the remake, but the remake's not on the Switch. It's just not even a cloud version. It's just the original version. So I don't know. It's coming out this winter, so we'll see. It probably won't even run well. So it may end up being a cloud game. Who knows? I'll get it. A cloud game. Thanks. Thank you. And finally, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is part 2 of Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it would be just so hard to just say part 2. But, I don't judge them because I've seen what they've done with Kingdom Hearts names, so I know what they're capable of. And just putting one word at the end of Final Fantasy VII instead of 15 words, you know what? I respect it. We got a trailer for it though, and I guess if you watched the trailer and you haven't beaten the first part of that game, it probably is very confusing to see Cloud and Sephiroth hanging out. But whatever. I don't judge people. I don't understand what happened yet. I just know that they're not supposed to be hanging out, and that's just where I'm at with it. I feel like there's just so many spoilers. I'm treading water right now. But Mitch, I don't know. I've seen the remake of their fight that happened from Advent Children that was in the Smash trailer, and that's that. And I've beaten up Sephiroth before in Smash. That's my extent with it. So. I'm gonna have Final Fantasy VII Remake beaten before this comes out. I don't know if I'll play Intergrade. That's more money, but we'll see. And then by the time the PlayStation 7 comes out, we'll be able to play Part 3. It'd be great. If I didn't say this already yet, this comes out next winter, so we have a long time to go. So, last little news headline: No Man's Sky is coming out this October for the Switch. And Richard, you were talking about this yesterday while I was at work. I wasn't really paying attention. What were you were having reservations about it?
So I'm not really fully understanding, and it could be. It's very possible that maybe I'm just missing something. But it's a cross-play game, and everything is basically on, or at least to my understanding, just one server, and it filters out, to PC and console. And, you get the multiplayer aspect, but it's also the expeditions. Expeditions have not been console exclusive. They all roll out, they run the same time period as PC and every other console. So, everything really feels like it's centralized. Now, this Switch release is supposed to include the DLC for Expeditions. It has Expeditions with it. So I wonder how they're going to roll out the Expeditions onto the Switch and not everything else. Because they don't have multiplayer right now. So is there a server set up to handle the Expeditions? And if so, then why isn't there just console multiplayer? And if they went through the effort of setting up a server just for the Switch, then why would they do that? Are they not going to get crossplay? I don't know. I got a lot of questions.
I wonder if it has something to do with like loading times or something. Because with like any other system, it loads pretty fast. I never played it on, checked it out on PS5, but on PS4 it loaded pretty quick. And I imagine the Switch version probably takes forever to load. So
if you read the article from IGN, they word it so beautifully, but it's going to run really bad. Because even Sean Murray. Hold on, let me actually pull the. No Man's Sky is built around procedural generation, which means the console generates everything you see. This makes it so much harder to bring our game to something like the Switch. But I think this team never seems happier than when they are trying to do near impossible things. So the Switch itself is generating these worlds. That immediately, I'm like, oh.
So you mean to tell me that somewhere there's a Super Mario planet? Or Kirby's just flying around eating everything. It'll be there. It's just procedurally generating. It'll take you forever to find it.
I also like this line down here. He says, I honestly feel the No Man's Sky community has become one of the most welcoming in all of gaming, and it blows my mind just judging from Reddit alone that it's also one of the largest. For many, it is their forever game. I like that. I like that term. So, I like the term forever game. No Man's Sky is my forever game, Todd Howard. It's my forever game.
So, do the planets, I guess is whenever you first load up the game, is that when it procedurally generates the planets, or is it just doing it constantly?
I don't know, man. It's magic. It really is. I don't know. I think, anytime that so you got this huge ass extended universe and you jump from galaxy to galaxy. Anytime you jump to a new galaxy, there's a small kind of window where you've got kind of like this warp tunnel effect. And I don't know. This is what I think. I think that it's during that little warp tunnel effect that it actually generates the planets in that galaxy.
Okay.
At that time.
Gotcha.
Because that's the only real load that you see. Because when you land on a planet, that's pretty seamless. So I think it happens when you warp.
I want to give that game another try, but I don't know. I should. I need to just. I think it's on sale on Steam right now, so that'd be the best way to get me to play it.
I don't know. I've been playing it since it came out, so for me, it's been sort of seamless. But I'm curious if you go back to it, because you're talking about 20, 25 updates later. Mm-hmm. I just wonder how much more overwhelming it would feel someone who's not gradually had that growth and seen it kind of added on a piece at a time. It may not be overwhelming at all. I just know that there's a lot of stuff that's been added over the years.
I don't know. I'd be interested in giving it a try. Maybe something I grab, but it ain't no putt-putt, so I don't know if I'll stick around with it or not. So we actually, in talking about Nintendo Directs, there's technically, as of tomorrow, there will have been 3 Nintendo Directs in the month of June. We've actually been eating really good as far as Nintendo fans go, I guess. Because we had the Pokemon presentation at the beginning of the month. We just had a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 specific direct, which when I saw that's kind of like when I was like, yeah, I'm not doing a show next week. I want to take a week off because I can't talk about Xenoblade. And, Quentin probably is like, oh my God. But, no, I can't. Oops. I can't do it. There's not enough there for me to want to play that game. But before I jump, completely to sideline Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Did either one of you watch that and want to talk about it?
I didn't watch it because
No.
I kind of want to go into it as blind as possible.
Okay. So that makes sense.
I mean, I will say what I've seen has been beautiful, but yeah, I think I've seen all I need to.
Yeah, I didn't need that direct at all.
Xenoblade, any of the Xenoblade games, like you say, they look beautiful. I feel like those are types of games I would want to play on PC because they would look even better.
The last game the 2 was a launch title.
Yep.
And it ran very, very well. I mean, you could see stuff way in the distance, and I was like, oh, and that looks cool. And then you actually go there, and it's like, oh wow. So, I was very impressed with like the engine it runs on. And all the combat is very, very unique to the game. And it takes a little while to get used to that combat, but like once you're into it, it feels good.
Gotcha. Well, we got that. And then, they Nintendo actually announced this morning that there is going to be a mini partner showcase happening tomorrow at 8 a.m. our time. It'll be about 25 minutes long, which is about the longest one they've ever done. So I'm imagining there's a lot of third-party announcements. Or if you're very pessimistic like me, they're going to spend 15 minutes talking about Persona coming to the Switch, because it's pretty much what's going to happen tomorrow. It's probably like one of the worst kept secrets out there. That at least with Persona 5. Persona 5 has been like, it's leaked on like Amazon and ratings boards and all sorts of stuff. It's happening. But I was being extra pessimistic in the group chat this morning, and then I started thinking about the kind of stuff that might actually show up there that's technically a third party game. And it might be a little better than I'm making it out to be. Because there's the Persona games. There's a good chance we might see Sonic Frontiers running on the Switch, which but that's the worst part of this list of things I've got. Live Alive, which is supposed to come out next month, I believe, which is that's a Sega game, isn't it? Is that Sega?
Remember it's Sega or Square Enix?
Oh, that's Square. That's Square. Sorry, Sega's. Live Alive is Square. Yeah.
Live Alive, Live Alive,
Live Alive,
Live Alive, Live Alive. English language is crazy.
Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Ubisoft game. Yeah. That game looks gorgeous. So I mean, I'm here for it. I never played the first one. It's always on sale. Like the gold edition with all the DLC is always on sale for like $15, and I just never grab it. I don't know why. And I think one of the big ones is Bayonetta 3, because that's an Atlas, right? No, Platinum. God, I can't develop her today. That's like one of the. I mean, Mario Rabbids is still slated for this holiday, so Mario Rabbids and Bayonetta 3 both showing up there will be like, okay, we already know about Splatoon. Xenoblade just got a direct. We know Zelda's not coming. We just got something for Pokemon. So Mario Rabbids and Bayonetta kind of just finishes out the rest of their holiday, which is just annoying though, because I think myself and everyone else just wants to hear more about Zelda. And every time that Zelda doesn't show up, it makes me think that game is getting delayed again. And I just don't want that. I want to play this freaking game so bad. It's like all I think about. That's the only game I care about playing. I will drop everything just to play Zelda. And they keep just pushing it away from me. Is there anything else that you guys think might show up that we haven't heard about in a while? Or, I mean, we might see Hollow Knight, Silksong. I guess they might show up. But
yeah, they might. It's weird. I've not played that on the Switch, but when I was looking at like the comments to that No Man's Sky article, there was someone that was saying that the Switch is really only good for games like Ori and stuff like that. Now, I've played Ori on the Switch, and there's like horrible lag. I mean, it's not it just doesn't handle it well.
Yeah, like when I was playing Ori and like switching between like scenes, like my character would like get stuck in a wall. There was so much lag. Like I was getting so frustrated with that. It was awful.
They need to announce like a Switch Pro or like I don't care what they call it at this point. Switch Pro, Switch 2,
Super Nintendo
Switch 720. whatever they want to.
I would love for them to announce more hardware.
The Switch Box 360.
Yeah. I don't know if here's the thing though. Like, are we at a point now where we think that they're still going to upgrade the Switch, or are they just going to move on to the next? Like,
I think they spent too much time. They're going to make a new console.
You know, because I was actually listening to some people talk about this the other day, because there's this rumor going around that, and again, it happens every single time there's a console generation, about a PS5 Pro coming out next year or something like that, and it lines up. The only way it lines up is that the PS4 Pro came out 3 years after the PS4 came out.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is that the PS4, the sales started to taper off because everyone had one, so they obviously had to release more hardware to get the sales to go up, and that was when the jump to 4K happened with TVs and gaming, and nothing like that's really happened with this generation. So there's no point in PlayStation making a PS5 Pro until like 8K TVs are like the standard, or whatever else happens. But with Nintendo, like, they're still so far behind that they can still make a 4K system, and they can still use upgraded whatever. And I'm about to make my own Switch Pro, and I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do it yet, but you can overclock the original Switches to make them perform better. And I have a piece coming in tomorrow that's gonna let me hack my Switch, my original one, and I'm gonna mod the hell out of this thing. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. I'm gonna put custom characters in Smash Brothers. That's all I'm getting it for. That and changing up what the home screen looks like, and I'm gonna add voice chat to the motherfucker. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So you watch. There's a really nice website called GameBanana.com, and it has every mod that's available for you to put on your Switch on there. So. I've been
now. Can you connect to Nintendo after you do that, or will they brick it?
If you do, like, I know for like the skins on characters and like stuff like that in Smash Brothers, you can still do it because it only shows up on your end and not on everyone else's. So like, was the example? So like with Wario, there's a skin that makes him look like Mr. Krabs. And like only on your Switch will it be Mr. Krabs. On everyone else's playing, it'll be Wario. But I've got my Switch OLED that I'm not doing anything to. This Switch, I plan on just keeping it offline and just doing whatever I want to do with it, like make an emulation machine. Because you can get Android running on this. You can get Xbox Cloud Gaming running on it. You can get Stadia running on it. Probably PlayStation Remote Play if I wanted to. Like, just do whatever you want to it.
That's cool.
And overclock it so you can make the games run better. So I might be able to play Zelda. My Switch might get a little hot, but I can make it do its thing. It'd be great. But that is, unless we got anything else to talk about for the Nintendo Switch Mini Partner Showcase for tomorrow, that's actually all of the news for this week. Do you have anything else to add to that? Either one of you? Any other predictions, games, hopeful things? All right. Well, let's go ahead and do a little trivia, because I actually brought a trivia question this week because I was a good noodle laying in bed at 1 o'clock this morning because I couldn't sleep because of Ghost Game. That's about the time I laid in bed and was like, oh, God, I got to make show notes for tomorrow. Where the heck is the Nintendo Direct? Hey, wake up. Hey, here's your Nintendo Direct. No. I want the real Nintendo Direct. That's how that went. This week's trivia question is brought to you by Did You Know Gaming, because they just dropped some new videos online. And I was like, oh, that's a cool trivia question. Trivia question is, which of these Zelda games originally used a musical instrument called a theremin as the musical instrument Link would use throughout the game? Either one of you know what a theremin is?
I do know what a theremin is.
Okay.
I do not.
Was it Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, or Skyward Sword?
I'm going to say Ocarina of Time.
We'll go with Wind Waker. I don't really know for sure.
Okay, I was about to ask you if you watched the video, but yeah, it's the Wind Waker. The theremin is, I don't know how to best describe it, but it's like this instrument where you don't even really like touch it. It's like you just put your like hands and do like these weird like vibration things, and it makes these weird noises come out of it. But there was like a whole segment on Did You Know Gaming about how the original instrument for that was, for the Wind Waker, was the theremin, and Shigeru Miyamoto was like, "This is not fun." They were like, "Well, thankfully we've got this baton item."
I did see an article about like where he just did not like the art style of that game at all.
Yeah, he did not like the art style. They had females writing in, I guess it was like teenagers, and was writing in and being like, "We miss handsome Link. Please bring him back." And that was one of the reasons why that they decided to make a more mature art style for Twilight Princess instead of making Wind Waker 2.
Wow, man, this thing looks strange.
It is a weird
a
instrument.
Theremin.
Mm-hmm.
You play it almost like you're a magician or something.
Yeah.
There was a lot of very interesting stuff in that video. There was like how there actually is a direct sequel to the Wind Waker that's like Tetra's Treasure Adventure or something like that, and then it takes place between that and Phantom Hourglass. There's a bunch of interesting stuff. You never know what you're gonna find when you watch a Did You Know Gaming video. Like, there's all sorts of weird shit going on in there. But thank you, Did You Know Gaming, because I get a lot of my trivia questions from them sometimes. So they help out. So as we're getting ready to get out of here, do you guys have anything you'd like to plug? Any projects or anything you're working on or want to share with anybody?
No, not at all.
I did remember the other thing that I played. It was the so they have on the PlayStation Premium now, they have the 1 hour trials of games. And I tried out all the other world, that side scrolling cell shaded skateboard game. And it was pretty cool. You do use the left thumbstick to jump instead of like the A button or a B button or whatever. And then I was kind of getting a little frustrated with that, but like once I got it down, it was pretty cool. And then like 30 minutes in, it'll pop up and say you have 30 minutes left of the game, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and then it shuts off and you can't play anymore. But you can like if you get achievements and anything, that is accounted to your account. So
you're gonna platinum a game trial?
I don't think that. I looked at all the game trials I could play, and I was like, I don't think I could platinum any of these within an hour. But
that'd be funny.
Yeah, I think I got 3 trophies during that first game.
I also played a demo. It was on the Switch though for Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, and I immediately got mad at that game because it took the best part of, this isn't a spoiler, it's like in every trailer, but they've taken the best part of Fire Emblem 3 Houses, which was Byleth, and they've turned her into the villain of this story. And I know that there's probably some reason why and how she's probably not actually the villain, but in the little brief window of time I've spent with that game, I am absolutely just hating the fact that I'm having to beat up on Best Girl from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm just done. It's not happening. So yeah, there's anyway, back on topic. There's a Steam sale going on right now. So make sure you get a bunch of games from that. If you like speedrunning, check out Summer Games Done Quick, because it's happening right now. As we speak, it's happening all week. They stream for literally 7 days straight, and they just like constantly have people rotating in and out, donating money. They're giving away prizes right now too. If you give them like, I think it's like a minimum is like $5, you can enter in a raffle to win some cool things. And you can follow me on Twitch at Meechflow, because I'm now a Twitch affiliate, and yeah, great. Play Fall Guys, play Call of Duty, and whatever else. I might stream Ghost of Exile tonight. Who knows? I might just shit my pants live on television. It'd be great. I keep saying live on TV, but it's live on Twitch TV, I guess. But anyway.
You can link it to your TV.
I could.
You could, and then you'd be on TV.
Dude, I'm so cool. I have my friend Jonathan. My friend Jonathan, he's in the Air Force, and every time, like, I don't know if he still does it, but he used to like throw our podcast up on his television while he was like getting ready for work or just hanging out around his house. And I was like, I feel like a celebrity. I'm on TV, and it was great. It was great. Yeah, but that's going to be all for episode 96 of Next Gen Newsweek. I actually noticed at the beginning of this that you couldn't hear me talk for like the first 30 seconds of this episode. So, yeah, this is episode 96. It's great. My name's Mitch. Richard's here and Chase.
Yeah,
We're doing the
on
intro.
the road to 100.
I know, we're almost to episode 100. It's crazy. But yeah, we'll be back next week with hopefully some nice things to say about the Nintendo Direct mini partner showcase. I'm not live streaming that. Tuesdays are my day where I don't sit in front of my desk, so I'm not trying to do that. Unless it was like we knew Zelda was going to be there, I'd make an exception. But I'm not doing that for Live Alive. It's just not happening. Sorry. But anyway, we'll be back next week with reactions to that and anything else that happens in the world of gaming. And until then, have a good week.
Bye.